It was revealed this week that the military of the United Kingdom is going to suspend certain intelligence sharing operations with the United States due strictly to Donald Trump's policies. For many, many years, the United Kingdom, actually out of a base down in South Florida that they have, or a command unit, I should say, has been working with the United States to stop drug smuggling from the Caribbean. So they have their task force, they work with the U.S. Coast Guard, and they go out and they catch the drug smugglers and they bring them to justice. But in order to do that, because the UK has a little more, presence, I guess, in the Caribbean, they share the intelligence with the United States. But now, because Donald Trump has decided he's just going to blow up any boat he sees out there and then claim that they have drugs on them, the UK says, we're done. We're not going to do this anymore. We are no longer going to share our intelligence with you because you're straight up murdering people at this point. You're a killer. And we are not going to be a party to that. For decades, we have been running this operation with you, and we've been treating it as a criminal justice matter, not as an act of war, which is the way it should have been done the whole time, right? Criminal justice. If you're bringing drugs into the United States, that's a criminal offense. The justice system can handle you. And that's what the UK wants. It's not what Trump is doing. So the UK is out. I want people to understand the gravity of this. We know that Donald Trump is, of course, carrying out these extrajudicial killings. We know that it violates international law. We know that it violates U.S. law. All of that, I don't need to rehash that. Our closest ally, which really is the United Kingdom, right? They were one of the few people that was like with us all the way in Iraq for every time we've been to Iraq. They have intelligence gathering operations all over the planet. And sure, they're still going to share some of that with us. For now. Maybe. We don't know. We don't know because this is unprecedented. And what happens if our other allies look at what the UK is doing and saying, oh, wow, you actually can stand up to Donald Trump and just say, no, we're not going to share intelligence with you. You know what? We're going to do that too. You want to put 107% tariff on our pasta? Well, there goes our military cooperation. If the United States does in fact become what Republicans say it should be, this isolationist country that doesn't cooperate or work with anybody else, do you know how vulnerable that makes us, even with the most expensive military on the planet? It essentially makes us sitting ducks. We have intelligence gathering operations here in the United States. Obviously, our military carries them out, and they do a very good job. But part of the reason they're able to do a very good job is because we do have international cooperation. You take away that international cooperation, we fall apart. We become subject to terrorist attacks. We become a target for international criminal organizations. We're left on our own, as Republicans would like us to be, with no allies and no backup. That is not a situation that anyone ever wants to be in or ever should want to be in. That is very dangerous. This is a baby step towards that. If other countries follow suit in any regard to intelligence sharing, that will mark one of the most dramatic shifts in foreign alliances since the Second World War. That's what we're looking at here. And that's all because of Donald Trump.